You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Pat Hoffman.
an inmate at Airway Heights Correction Center. This call will be recorded and monitored. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you.
Good morning, good people. Happy Easter.
Good morning, Mr. Hoffman. Happy Resurrection Day. Happy Easter.
Yes. Hope everything's going well for you folks.
It's a beautiful day. I do need to get the yard mowed, but it just won't stay dry enough. It's every time I turn around, it rains, and if I can just get a few days of dryness, I'll get the yard mowed.
Okay. Isn't that what they made those steel air blowers for? Oh.
Do what now? I missed that.
I said, isn't that what they made those steel electric air blowers for? Blowing leaves and drying lawns and stuff?
There you go.
Oh, good to hear from you. Good to hear you.
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice. I hope your time with Agnes went well. It sounds like she had to go back, so I know that had to be tough to say bye.
Yeah. And this place has been the worst for sickness that I've ever seen. I've been ill 3 times since I've got here.
Wow.
Cold or flu or something like that. And I don't usually get sick. There's been times when I've run 5 or 6 years without having a cold or something. But here it's like from one to the next almost. Anyway, I was able to talk with my son and find out that I had another grandson named Raymond, and it's telling about our genetics because I have an older half brother that Elmer never told me about, but kind of alluded to with another part of my Hoffman family heritage that my adopted mother, Helen Hoffman, and her sister, Mabel McClung, they're connected that way, and the daughter of Mabel, one named Alvina, had a son with my dad Elmer, and his name is Raymond also. So it's all kind of a touching thing,
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the day you get out of there and.
Well, it's so strange with all of this that it's deep valleys and high mountains all the time.
Yeah.
And feelings and stuff. And it's hard to maintain and hard to visualize, You get in a position like what I'm at now, and you think that everything is lost and gone. Everything has deserted you. And to turn around and find my son is just like me and willing to help. And it's kind of a trying thing, You've got tribulations and high points and tribulations and high points again. It's where's an old ignorant now,
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, I sent up letters to Tracy and to Robert yesterday and to Agnes. I found from one of the individuals in here that some of the things that I'm going over in the case that about the FBI and about the prosecution activity in court and the failure of the attorneys to not raise question on certain topics and statements and things like that. All of this goes to Brady violation. Now, I'm not aware of this. I was talking with a youngster last night who's been kind of hooked up in the legal system and stuff, trying to battle his own. And I told him about this 32 years of being down here and stuff, and he said there's a lot there. Like me, he's never heard of any outside entity, tribal or otherwise, being able to pay $50,000 to have somebody tried and convicted and continue to have them incarcerated by payment. It doesn't make any sense. How can a legal system function with that much transparency that they're accusing somebody else of some wrongdoing and letting their police departments escape justice and let somebody that's a hereditary leader take the rap? It doesn't make any sense. And along that same line, we've got college students and we've got senators and representatives trying to formulate a reparations bill for slavery survivors, relatives of slaves in the country. Well, how about we take that a little bit farther and have a reparations bill for all the Native Americans that were slaughtered and driven off their land and held as prisoner all these years on reservations. That's
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Hoffman, I gotta go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought, sir.
Yes.
Well, I was just I'm updating my records, and I'm trying to. I've been terrible at keeping records, and I'm trying to figure out which books I have sent to which prisoners, so that I don't double send.
Yeah.
Can you tell me? First of all, can you receive paperback and hardback, or only paperback?
Either or. I don't know. I haven't received any hardback in a long time, so I'm not sure about that. So if you can, stay with the paperback.
Okay.
Just so that it gets through, and
Okay.
so
All
the
right.
information gets through. That's
Okay. And now, have I sent you any books at all? Have you got any from me? I can't remember.
Yes, there was the Bible,
Okay.
and I've gotten a couple. Let's see.
The Kindle, maybe, or Pilgrim's. You got the Kindle?
Yeah, about the kennels, yes.
Yes. And what about Pilgrim's Progress? Did I send you Pilgrim's Progress?
I don't think I've got that one yet.
Okay.
I think we held off because of Agnes coming to visit me.
Okay.
I think that was the hold up on that. So, yeah.
I'm just.
What you can.
Okay, I'm just gonna put you down right now as having the Bible and the Kindle, and nothing else that you can recall at the moment.
No.
Okay.
Nothing else at all.
Okay.
Yeah. There was something I needed to ask you too. Robert, I believe, is going to contact you by email and try to get the memory stick of the trial and transcript and all of the other things in there. There's also a thing I want to see about with this this new person we found, Agnes found, that goes along with this Brady thing, and the FBI. Oh yes, if you have complete video of Dr. Whitehurst's resignation over the news airwaves, that would be most appreciative, because he states things in there that are only stated once, and they don't allow them to be stated again. About the FBI. And I guess there's later things that Seymour Hersh went through with him to expose the FBI and the CIA for what they were doing against the United States population, against certain individuals in the United States that were citizens that hadn't committed any crimes.
You mentioned Agnes sent me a thing called trial documents, and it's pretty extensive. You're saying you want me to give that to somebody, and if so, who? I want to make sure I'm clear.
My son Robert.
Okay.
When he contacts you.
All right. Okay. Okay.
If you could send him a copy of that via email, that would be great. If not, I will have Agnes do it. I know you're awfully busy, and I hate to burden you any more than I have been already.
Well, this is a pretty big document. It's like I'm trying to see how it's just very, very big. He would almost have to have what's called an electronic Dropbox, because it's too big for email. It's like 866 megabytes. So
well, that's what I was concerned with, and I'm wondering if it's not better for Agnes, since she has copies already in memory stick, to send him a memory stick of that. That would be a lot better, I think.
That might be better, because this is way too big for an email. You can't put something like this in an email.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get things together, because I'm on the move. I'm trying to get to the door right now, right this moment.
You better be careful. The guards are gonna come tackle you and take your phone away or something.
When I walk through the door, it's going to be like in Saudi Arabia. They're going to be down on their knees, and it's going to be salami, bologna.
There you go.
I know that's a bad poke against the Muslims, but I know the true version of it too.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum. Alaikum ala salam. So.
There you go.
Anyway, when the door opens for me, all of these haters are going to wish they'd never uttered a word.
Yeah.
That's the truth, because it's not going to be violent. It's going to be attack the spirit in such a way that they have to give in, and they have to accede to the wishes of somebody who's done good.
Yep.
This is something that's ongoing, and just because I have a chance to get out, and if I do get out, it's not about being happy and marching away and not doing anything more. I plan on continuing the fight until this system is corrected to the point to where it doesn't have the ability to hurt innocent people anymore, ever.
You know, I think a big step to that, the first thing I would do is get rid of the Federal Reserve, which prints fake money for everybody to use for their fake agendas. The second thing I would do is get rid of all the lawyers, because we have like 70% of the world's lawyers in America. If we could get rid of the lawyers, it's like doctors. It's like doctors making up diseases, because they make more money when there's more diseases. So the lawyers write laws up in Congress, and it just gives the work for more lawyers.
Well, there was a plane crash back in the day for Pan American Airlines in Scotland, I believe it was. Anyway, somebody, when I was going through court at that time, said to me, what would happen if you had a plane load of lawyers and they went down and everybody died in it? I says, I don't know what. And he says, you'd have a good start. So,
little gallows humor, gallows humor, yeah.
Yes, it was. Well, at Walla Walla, I listened to the gallows. I was in Six Wing, and Six Wing had the gallows right over the shower room area. And I was in the house that was outside the shower area, and I could hear Wesley Allen Dodds walk from the Five Wing on the overhead grates walking area to the gallows area, and I heard Mr. Campbell also. Now, Mr. Wesley Allen Dodds was related to one of the officers that was working at Walla Walla, though he didn't care to acknowledge it. Lieutenant Dodds was some kind of third or fourth cousin or something to him. Anyway, this guy had attorneys that were battling to save him and stuff, and he finally went before them and before the judge in a teleconference and says, look, the best thing you can do is to kill me, because if you fix it so that I can get out again, I will just do the same thing that I've done. This is the way I am, and I don't know how to change it.
Who is this that said that?
Wesley Allen Dodds.
Is he the one who killed Jamie Bendel?
He had killed quite a few children in the Portland, Vancouver area, I believe, and maybe Kelso and Longview. I'm not sure. I never got to see any of that. Although, what I know of him, he walked like a man to the gallows. Now, Mr. Campbell, on the other hand, when he was rearrested and convicted and sent to the death row, he had Mr. Mike Lowry, who was governor then, come to visit him the day previous to the gallows. And Mike Lowry said, interviewed him, and he was I don't know the whole scenario of what went on there or something, but Mr. Lowry said I find no redeemable value in this person when he left. So Mr. Campbell had to walk also, and he clawed and screamed and hollered and acted like a recalcitrant 10-year-old going to get belting from his father all the way to the gallows, and cried and sniveled and up to the last minute with I guess the bag was on his head and they dropped him through the hole and that shut him up.
Now, who is this? Who's the guy that you're talking about now?
Bob Campbell was a man who had killed some people back in the late 70s or so, and had gotten through his time and gotten out. And he vowed even then that he was going to kill the two people who testified against him in prison, which were women.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
But they were witnesses at some meet or something, and he found them and killed them both. And
wow.
That's what he was
in there
for.
When you used the word gallows before, I thought you were just like using some sort of analogy, but you're right. I just looked it up. They still hang people in Washington. Well, Wesley Allen Dodd was hanged to death. I thought that, I didn't think we did that anymore.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do we still do that today?
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Yes, I was there both
Wow.
those nights. I
Okay.
wasn't in the viewport, but I heard them walk above my head.
Yeah. Our prayers are with you. We're going to run out of time. Our prayers are with you, Patrick, and we're praying you get out of there. I do pray God does a mighty miracle.
You too.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Have wonderful blessings.
God bless you, Mr. Hoffman. It's good to hear from you.
Yes, take care.
Bye-bye.